You guys got it? Laura, do you have yours?
I'm already eating.
Salute.
Yeah, that's fine.
The rest of it would be good. I love broccoli, so I'll try that cream.
To me, for mine, I'd still add a little more salt to the cheese to balance out the sweetness of the honey, or just delete the honey.
Very good. No, I wouldn't.
I like the hint of the crushed red peppers in it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I have found with, I don't know about you guys, one thing I found about bruschetta, crostini, or whatever you want to call it, I know, why is there two different names? I looked that up one time. What is the difference between a crostini and a bruschetta? I don't even know. I can't remember.
I don't know either.
Is that I don't like them too crunchy. I have a tendency to make them too crunchy. And then when you bite into it, it's just like, it's like eating a crouton. And so be careful on your bruschettas. You know, I might say 10 minutes on it, but it may only take 5. It really depends on, you know, your guys' thing. Okay, let's start on our ricotta. I think I said,
Let's wait and see if everybody's on with us. How are we doing?
that would be good.
Let's regroup here.
Are we all
Present
set to go?
I'm smelling my broccoli and garlic, so it's almost done.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, good. Yeah,
Yeah,
mine's
smells
almost
good.
done too. How about you, Laura?
That is me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Casey.
Casey.
Yep, I think all mine's done, I think.
Oh, okay. I can make mine done. Okay, I'm gonna do like just 5 more minutes, and I'll take it out once I well, we'll do. I just need a couple more minutes. Okay, so do you guys have any plans for the summer?
That haven't been canceled yet.
Right.
Yeah. Are you guys just like staying in, hanging out?
Pretty
Right now, we have plans in September to go to Disney.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Disney
Yeah.
World.
And that's actually the second trip that we had booked for Disney. The first one we have already canceled.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
we're hoping by September, things are kind of calmed down a little bit. And it's all adults going on this trip. So we'll just navigate,
a lot every year.
through it. Mhm.
Yeah. Did you have to make a reservation?
You know, we already had them. It was already in the books. So the trip itself was booked, and we actually had all of our meals planned and booked, and then they canceled all those reservations for the meals.
Oh,
So
God.
now the trip is booked, so we have to figure out where to go from here.
Right.
yeah.
But I think they said now we're Disney Vacation Club members, so 60 days out from the trip, we can rebook, but we have to see how that's all gonna work for the meals. We really don't know.
So did they book your reservation to go into the park as well?
That's what we don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, how do you book meals if you have to, the night before or the morning of, get a researvation to get into the park? What if you can't get into that park?
Right.
How do you eat?
Yeah.
This is a whole new world. Life.
Yeah.
resets.
Yeah, everything's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't know, but my dad is going to.
There you go.
I'm a planner. I like to plan ahead, and it's just driving me nuts that it's just day by day.
Yeah. I know, it is day by day. It really is.
Well, you know, I think it takes a minute.
Jeez, it's annoying.
I think, you know, especially when you guys have like a regular, somewhat scheduled job, you do have to plan. Like for me, and a little bit like Lisa and stuff. I mean, when we're filming, I can't just say, oh yeah, sorry crew, I want to, you know, take a week's vacation. I have to plan around that, but it's a little more flexible than, you know, so many people having, you know, like a 9-to-5 job or something like that, because a lot more has to be planned. But in this summertime, that is just crazy.
Yeah.
So Joe, are you just hanging out this summer?
I'm hanging out. I'm gonna work on a book. My husband and I went around and took pictures of things that are going on with COVID, and I'm making a book for a scrapbook for the Milwaukee County Historical Society.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
So you did it around your town area?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's
So,
great.
and my other nephew's getting married in September. So far, anyways.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well,
Very
that sounds like a
well.
pretty good summer thing to do.
Yeah.
Casey, how about you?
We are supposed to go to Branson in about a month with my husband's family, but I don't know still what's open and what's not. So I'm sure it'll look different, but that's our plans currently.
Yeah, they keep
Yeah.
pushing it off. We don't know. We wanted to go to Hawaii in July, and now they're saying it's not open until August 1st. But we don't even know if it's going to be
No.
open then. So
Well, a couple of things for me is like my dad is going to possibly have surgery. It depends on when he's going to schedule that. He'll be 92 in January, but he's in fairly good health. He just drove 5 hours up into the UP at our cabin. Anyway, so I'll be probably making a couple of trips out to Michigan. I am going to Missouri for a conference, which I was really surprised that this Women's Banking Association conference was still going on. It was being held at the Tartan or something like that resort. And, but because of the close proximity, they switched it somewhere else, and now I can't even remember where it's at. But I think I'm going to fly into, boy, I can't remember that. It was only an hour and a half drive from it. But anyway, I've got to go do that. But in regards to, this whole quarantine thing, we are planning on opening up for pumpkin season, but we still don't know what that's going to look like, because in Oregon, the governor has said no large events, 25 or 100 people. It's got to be 100 or less. Well, in a day, we can have 5,000. And so I'm not sure what we're going to do or how that's going to look, but you kind of have to plan for it. But she could come back at the end of September and say later,
yeah,
it's not available.
yeah.
You can't do that.
Okay.
Okay, since we've got everything out, I'm going to measure my 1.5 cups of ricotta. Now, my first recipe, even though I said it in here, which I'm not sure why I didn't follow it, I know. I did not add salt and pepper to this. And for me, I would recommend it. There's just not enough salt in the Parmesan cheese for me to say, no, don't add it. So we're going to add a little Parmesan cheese to it. I'm just going to...
What kind of cheese is that?
Parmesan. Is it Parmesan?
Parmesan.
You guys,
That's our pet peeve.
I have said it in so many different ways. I would have to say since I've been young. I don't know why I get that.
Parmesan.
I don't know why I get that mixed up.
Parmesan.
Parmesan. Parmesan. Oh yeah, Parmesan. That's right. I should remember it like that. Parmigiano. Parmigiano. Here we go.
That's why we're such good friends.
And if your garlic is cool enough, we can take it. If you need to, put it in another small bowl and squeeze it out of the skin. That way we can mash it up. Are we there yet, guys?
I'm smashing.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, you guys are way ahead of me.
I think Joe had a question for you.
Okay, yeah. Joe, what's your question?
Are you talking about the ones I submitted?
Sure.
I don't even remember.
Or whatever.
I might not remember.
Whatever you feel like.
So I am a big 80s girl. I was a teenager through the 80s, loved it. People are always stumping me on 80s trivia. Got the big hair. My brother's always telling me, get out of the 80s. And you had your 80s prom, which I loved.
Yeah, I never went to prom. It was a blast.
It did look like fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
So I love everything about the 80s. I think they had the best music, the best movies, the best fashion. What was
When did you graduate from high school?
87.
Okay.
And then I got married in 89 to my high school sweetheart.
Oh, to her high school sweetheart.
Oh, wow.
We're going to celebrate 31 years in 2 weeks.
That is awesome.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that was fun planning that 80s party.
So what's your favorite part of the 80s?
God, I don't know. I mean,
music.
I love the music. I think the older I am, as I look back, I have a lot more happier memories of it. And I was really, I mean, and I say a lot in my book, and I know I had a couple of comments about that I was always so repetitive in the book. But I'll tell you though, I was like locked into my own cell. I didn't get out there and explore and venture out and take those chances and everything. So the 80s to me, even that was my college years, 80 to 85. And, you know, college was great, but again, it was hard.
Your own bubble.
Yeah, I stayed in my own little, bubble and box. And so I don't have great, I do, but I don't, if that makes sense.
Well, what made you have an 80s prom party then?
Because I never went to prom. I thought it'd be fun. And Chris never went to prom. And then when I started talking to all of my friends, oh, I didn't go to prom either. Oh, I didn't go to prom.
Either.
But you guys.
I was away at college, so I didn't go.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then I thought, okay, were all my friends rebels that I know now?
I went to prom.
Yeah, Lisa went to prom.
Nice.
Okay, are we done mashing up, guys?
Yes.
I think some of them, boy, you guys are ahead of me, man. Well, you know, there's another recipe that I did, and I can't remember what it is. Where, you know, you put the whole garlic, you know, the big garlic, all the cloves all attached together. I can't remember what I did that for, though. That's really weird. Anyway, I love garlic.
Yeah,
it may not be the best for, can I have the salt again? Kissing, but I love garlic. love garlic. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little salt in mine. What, Joe?
I never knew how to roast garlic, so this was nice to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can drizzle if you take, I would recommend, if I did this again, I would recommend just having all the cloves all attached and just setting it, you know, on your roasting pan with your other vegetables. Now you have to be careful that the garlic isn't done before your vegetables, so, you know, check up on that. And just drizzle some olive oil on it and it should work.
Yeah, it's good that way too, when it's done to put in mashed potatoes yeah, roasted garlic's good for everything.
Oops, you know what?
You're out.
Oh my gosh. I thought I did take my bread out.
I'm watching.
Oh, see, I tell you, man, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so we are done. All right.
So what'd you do here? You added to the ricotta cheese.
I just added salt and pepper to the ricotta cheese. I did say it in my recipe, but I didn't do it on the first time here.
Okay.
And I'm not sure why, because I had added, did I add? Oh yeah, I did add this. Huh. Mm-hmm. I hesitated because I thought maybe I made a mistake because there's salt in Parmesan. Parmesan, right? Parmesan.
Yeah.
Parmesan or Parmigiano. There is salt in there, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't creating it too salty.
Laura's taking a bite. How does it taste?
Delicious.
Oh, good.
The other thing I was going to say too, with this whole honey thing, I like it because you got the cheese, you've got, especially with the little crushed peppers in it. I didn't want to use lemon juice because then honey and lemon juice, I felt like we're creating lemonade. Instead of sugar, we're using, you know, honey in that. So that's why I used the vinegar. So yeah, okay, easy peasy.
Where is the honey? I don't see it.
It's over here. We haven't done that yet.
Oh, got it.
Oh, you know what? Before we prep it, you guys can do whatever. Why don't we make our little drizzle sauce? Take a little tablespoon of honey, a little tablespoon of your white wine vinegar, and a little bit of your crushed pepper in here. We'll get that kind of diffusing together. So if you want to go ahead and do that, if you haven't done it already. I wasn't sure how much to.
Like you have a tablespoon of honey, a tablespoon of white wine vinegar, and a quarter to a half teaspoon of crushed red pepper.
And you know what? That can vary because I don't know what your heat level is. I don't like something too hot because if it's too hot, then I don't think you can really like taste food.
This would be good on other things too,
Oh,
besides just the, yeah. What else would you put this drizzle on? Fish?
Well, yeah, you can do it on fish, chicken. I'm gonna say, yeah, fruit salad because you got the crushed peppers in there. But yeah, I would say fish. Fish is good. Chicken is good.
You still make your pumpkin salsa from when you were headed from the farm?
I'm sorry, what?
You still make the pumpkin salsa?
I haven't made that in a long time, but I think what I may do is kind of tweak all of those recipes and maybe give it out to people and see if they want to make it, you know, during, you know, in their own kitchen. Because it's not that hard, but I think pumpkin does add a different flavor to it. Okay, let me get rid of some of this stuff
Here, I can do that.
Oh, here it is. Okay, are we ready to go? So let's just pretend like we're gluing. Oops. Now my bread might be a little more crispier because, like I said, I bought unbaked. And I didn't want to bake it that much because I knew I was going to do it again with a little olive oil and stuff. And it depends on how much you want on here. I think my garlic probably could have used a little more.
Looks delish.
It is, and you're going to taste it.
I am. I'm ready. I didn't have time earlier.
Usually Chris and I. Usually Lisa and I have a glass of wine.
Yeah, where is your wine?
I know. Where is it, Lisa?
Have to go looking for it.
Yeah, you gotta be my.
Is it in your cupboard up there?
No, it's in. Well, there might be some up there. I don't know if there's some in the fridge, but there might be some just behind the laundry room door.
Was it Casey that was asking about the Pinot wine?
No.
Oh, Laura? Oh, yeah. What kind of Pinot Noir you like? What brand?
Oh, you know what? I am the worst when it comes to kinds of wine. And I really need to write these down because there's certain wines that I'm thinking, oh my God, this gives me a headache. And it's the tannins or whatever it is. And so I don't know. But I like wine. I used to be into the cabs and stuff like that. But my first preference to a red wine would be a Pinot Noir, and I like saying Cabernet Sauvignon. It sounds so fancy.
Yeah. We have some good local wineries here. Oregon's great for wine. Oregon and California. So.
I actually have a Pinot from Oregon.
Oh, really?
We found actually in Charleston, West Virginia, at a steakhouse, and when I came home, I actually found it locally, so
Wow.
I'm able to get it here.
Yeah, I was going to say, what winery?
It's Erath.
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 They say Erath. Yeah, they're in Minville. They're very good.
It's ERATH?
Yes.
Yeah. What's it called? Erath?
Erath. Yep, that's it right there. Erath.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
They're actually a smaller winery, and they contract with a lot of local vineyards that are smaller, and then they purchase their grapes and make their wine. They don't actually have the the grapes, which
Well,
is
that's
cool.
fine.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Well, because a lot of these small wineries aren't into the big processing and to be able to have a source for all of that. Okay, are we done?
One more. Look, you missed one. I'll do
I
it.
know, I don't like that piece of bread.
Oh,
Okay, let me
eat
see
it since
here.
you don't like it.
Oh, I missed the paper towel. Oh my gosh.
Where's your wine? Where is it?
What?
Where's your wine? Oh, behind there. Oh, I thought it was in one of those cupboards. I couldn't find
Okay,
it.
let's just use this one. Since I said I like Cabernet Sauvignon. Here, you can open it. Or it may be one of those things.
Red Mountain,
No, it might be
Washington.
like-
Has a cork.
I know, but see how it's
Yeah.
over the edge?
Yeah, Red Mountain, Washington. This is interesting. We'll see how it tastes.
You know what's so funny is that either people give me wine or I go by the label. Isn't that crazy? The label has nothing to do with the flavor of the wine. Okay, guys, you guys are so ahead of me. Just to me, I'm just going to sprinkle them on each piece of bread. That's why it's important to, even if you get already chopped up broccoli, I think it's still important to go through each one and cut them up in more bite-sized pieces. I don't know, you probably, can you see me there? So the cheese is like glue. And I like the ricotta cheese because it is softer over cream cheese. You know, dressing up cream cheese.
It has its own taste.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to use
Use whatever you want. Put 'em there. No? You can, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you can use those, or the wine glasses are in this other cupboard here.
These are cute.
You know what? Those are local glasses. I'm a big fan of local, you guys. When I go out of state, I don't travel as much. I don't have as many speaking engagements either, which really makes me sad because I love going to all these small little towns. And I always, like I went to Branson, Missouri. You and I did that. Oh, that was my word. You know how we went to Branson, Missouri?
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't Branson, Missouri. Mall of America, that's what it was.
Yeah, that was in Minneapolis.
And, you know, we didn't have a lot of time, and I usually do not like going to the mall because I'm like, I can go to the mall at home. But we went to the mall because we didn't have a lot of time. I think the weather was bad.
It was
And,
very snowy. It was in the winter.
So we went on some of the rides in Mall of America. I mean, how cool.
Nobody was there.
Yeah.
We were the only ones on these rides, so they just kept letting us go around and around, and it was fun.
And then I asked the person, I said, do you have any like local stores that do local? So they did. I went there, and of course, I have a tendency to spend way too much money. And see this? This is a good, nice after if you have too much broccoli. You just eat it. Eat one.
Yeah, it's really good just on its own. Once it's roasted like this, it brings out kind of the sweeter taste in it. Kind of nutty. Yeah.
Okay, my change to this, if you guys are ready, let's just drizzle our stuff on, our honey vinegar sauce. If you want it a little bit thicker and a little, I don't know, for me, I don't want it any more sweeter. But yeah, just drizzle it. Just drizzle it over. Here, let's move this.
You're gonna keep the parsley?
Yeah.
You want this one?
Yes.
That's the garnish.
Yeah, we're just gonna drizzle this a little bit.
I hope you guys are having fun.
Of course.
Yeah.
Good.
I like to think of this as my new friends, my new pen pals. But we're doing it over the technology.
Yeah.
When I was in 5th grade, I went on a camping trip with my family, and I, met this girl. She was a year older than I. We went on the Rifle River, maybe in Michigan. I can't remember. Anyway, so did I suggest this on here? I didn't, did I? I have chopped parsley. I thought a little bit of freshness on this would go really well. So
That's what you were winging today.
yeah. So if you want, you can try, you know, I know you may not have it now, but try some fresh parsley on this. The other thing I would suggest too, because you might want a little topping on this, you could have, is a little shaved Parmigiano, a little Parmesan cheese over this.
That's what my husband would do. He would add more cheese.
Yeah, but I think it dress it up a little bit. That's probably another thing. So I apologize. That I didn't try earlier and send this out to you, but I'll make those corrections. But yeah, I think that's a little smoother.
Thanks.
That's okay. We're guinea pigs.
So,
Bye. I'm sorry, Joe. We don't have one for you.
Okay, I'm not fond of ricotta cheese.
Okay.
oh, you're not a fan?
So,
I mean, you could do cream cheese.
oh,
I think it's a little thicker, so you know.
We're getting napkins. You know, just be unprepared for the cooking portion. Oh, nice fancy napkins. Look at these.
So I'm trying to think. I don't like creme fraiche because I think that has a little sweetness to it, Joe. And I would do that for something else over this. What did I do? If kind of like you could use soft cream cheese. Oh, you know what? If you were doing this, I would use whipped cream cheese. You can take regular cream cheese and whip it up. Maybe just put a hint of yogurt with it just to kind of have it loosen up a little bit and not have it so thick. Laura, or if you guys have a suggestion, feel free.
Are we going to try them?
Yeah, do you want to try it?
Let's all try together.
Okay, I'm scared. You guys got it? Laura, do you have yours?
I'm already eating.
Salute.
Yeah, that's fine.
the rest of it would be good. I love broccoli, so I'll
Mm.
try that cream.
To me, for mine, I'd still add a little more salt to the cheese to balance out the sweetness of the honey, or just delete the honey.
Very good. No, I wouldn't.
I like the hint of the crushed red peppers in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
What do you guys think?
It's good.
Yay or nay or maybe?
I think
Very
it's good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and you can add anything to this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I have a tendency to oversalt my stuff, and so that's why I hesitated on overdoing it here.
Well, warm bread and cheese, you could put anything on there and it would taste good, you know?
Right.
I mean, bread is what? The food for the soul. I tell you, you know?
Mm.
So, oh yeah. Hey, salute you guys. So, we just ended our one season. We haven't been filming for the last 3 months because of the whole COVID thing, and we're not sure how it's going to look, you know, when they come back, because we'll probably all have to get tested. Camera people have to get tested, the sound people, you know, all my crew, the producer and everything. And I'm not sure if we're going to have to do that daily because, you know, they're going to go back home, interact with people. We're pretty much here where we're at. So it's going to be interesting how, you know, some of these shows go back to filming.
Right.
But hopefully we'll get back because,
We're self-filming.
believe it or not, people, I still need a paycheck. I've been doing this way too long not to have a paycheck.
Mhm.
Yeah. you know.
I'll
But-
take 2 episodes anytime.
all right. Hey, Joe, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Do you
I'm
guys?
not bummed when it's like the season finale. It's like, oh man,
It goes by so fast.
it does.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it takes a while to make them. I mean, you're 6 to 8 months behind.
Mhm.
Just to start those, we're like, oh yeah, that was last fall, or
Mm-hmm.
oh, that was right around Christmas time, and we're just showing it.
Well,
Like,
see, editing, you'd be amazed. When you're taking hours and hours of footage, like they could film for 3 hours. They're only using a minute of that. But they have to look through all of that in order to find the 1 minute or a combination of a minute or 2 minutes. And
Yeah.
I often say, really? You had to use the minute?
I know.
Okay, no problem. We find out who's going to hate me today. But anyway. Well, you guys, I hope you'd enjoyed this. I hope you had fun. If I were to do this again with other people, do you guys have any suggestions or any other thoughts or stuff like that?
I don't.
No.
Okay, you guys are way too easy.
I
man.
know. This,
Went really well.
we could take a few more questions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
yeah, you guys.
But see, that's why I love the Midwest, man.
I know.
I mean, these are like real people. They're no, you know, we don't have to.
My mom side's from the Midwest.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Minnesota.
So Casey, do you have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering, like what other kinds, I know you said you cooked a lot of pasta whenever your kids were little, but any other, like any favorite recipes or any other things that your kids liked? Cause I'm struggling to find recipes these days.
Let me think.
Enchiladas, your kids love those.
That can be complicated. It's not complicated, it's just time. You know, I did a lot of what you guys, if you made it in the Midwest, goulash. So,
yeah.
you know, I did a lot of like rice and fried rice. My kids loved fried rice. Put a little carrots in there, a little peas in there. You can incorporate, you know, a little bit of pork, chop, or chicken. You can do chicken too. My kids loved fried rice, and I just thought that was a really good meal. And typically they liked a salad, but the salads I made simple. If it was just a Caesar salad or just lettuce and ranch dressing, I was happy.
Yeah.
So, you know, fried rice, they really liked. And, you know, I would just cook rice and then just drizzle, you know, some soy sauce over it. I love the sesame seed oil, but I usually did that in the cooking of the pork and, you know, things like that. I'm trying to think way back then. What do I cook? I'm really a comfort food type of person. And so, you know, mac and cheese, I love homemade mac and cheese, but again, the cheese sauce or the cream sauce. It's so funny. I made a mac and cheese using Velveeta. I'm like, ew. Ew. I don't know.
That's an 80s thing, right, Joe? Was it
My husband loves Velveeta. Mother made a lasagna with mozzarella, Parmesan cheese, and Velveeta, and I thought it was the grossest thing ever.
I think Laura would stay the same.
Yeah. But he swears by it, and he loves Velveeta.
I think that the reason some people use Velveeta in some of these dishes is because it melts so well. Some of these ones, you use real cheddar cheese. I don't think that melts very well. So
I found Velveeta singles in the store, and it was like he was in a candy store. He was so excited.
yeah.
This cheese.
So, but yeah, back to your question. I mean, but again, I was fortunate enough to stay at home. So
Right.
I had the time to maybe make more elaborate meals, but there was probably about 5-6 years that I worked 2 part-time jobs and everything.
Yeah.
So a lot of spaghetti, a lot of, what's that, carbonara? You know, that kind of pasta with the little prosciutto, or if you don't have that, just use bacon and peas and, you know, just do a little heavy cream on there. And, you know, just mix that in. Bag salads are huge. I love those. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Only on the weekends did I make lasagna and stuff because I knew that took a lot of time with cooking the noodles, making the sauce, layering it and stuff like that. And I'd always throw in spinach in my lasagna. So
Yeah.
kids would say, "What's this?" Oh, it's parsley.
I would throw it in there just to get Aiden to eat vegetables.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
So
right.
anyway,
Yeah.
but anything else, you guys? Laura?
Been fun.
Okay, so how did this all go for you guys?
I thought it was great. It's delicious. I'll make it again.
Okay, that was going to be my question. Would this be something that you would make if you had a gathering or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, Joe, if you make it, you're definitely going to have to message me or something and see how it goes. Or
With the cream cheese.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
All right,
I mean,
well,
do we have anything
I
else?
think that's it. Thank you for participating and for your service and
Yeah, thank you for doing what
being
you guys
on the
are
line
doing, and
here while we're going through this whole COVID thing. And
yeah, keeping your community going, and kids and everyone that's having to go to the hospital and caring for them.
yeah, making
Um,
meals, everything,
Yeah.
everything.
Well, thank you for being a
Yeah.
part of Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. I do appreciate it. I had fun with this.
Yeah.
The more I do it, the more fluid I will become. So I apologize if I screwed up there a little bit. Make your little tweaks to the recipe, for whatever you want. If you make any changes or anything, feel free to message me. I'd love to, have your feedback and all that other stuff. So
That'd be
anyway,
great. All right.
cheers and have a
Cheers.
fantastic week. Stay safe,
Thanks.
guys.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.